I'm here to talk about Lakshya. 20 years ago, this film that we had done, I was very young. I was hardly an actor, and Farhan was a friend who had suddenly become like this incredible mind. I saw his first film. I was like, how has this person made this film? How? Where did he get the courage or the knowledge or the information or the how? And he had written this beautiful, beautiful script, and more than the story and more than the big cause, it was the character of Karan Shergill that was me. I don't know what made Farhan cast me, but perhaps that director's mind could see through and understand a person's countenance and know that this human has been through certain things that is going to make him the perfect cast for this film. I genuinely do feel at that particular point of time, I definitely hands down was the perfect human, not the actor, but the perfect human to be cast in this film, Lakshya. Because I had been through all those experiences in very, very similar ways. Karan Shergill was me. I did not need to do much. The naivety, the spontaneity, the anger, the being on that cusp of maturity, learning the ways, being completely confused and dumbfounded as to what am I going to do in my life, not having any avenues that looked hopeful. I went through that crossroad so greatly and so intensely in my life that it just came naturally to me. Karan Shergill was a joy to enact, to perform, to be. It was just such an incredible, and incredibly difficult journey for me. It was the first film that I did sing sound, and it did not help my mind with my stutter at all. The silence was deafening. The silence was traumatizing on set. My first sing sound film. Up until then, you could hide behind the noise, and now it was a very, very courageous time, I must say. I must give myself a pat on the back. Really worked hard, really gave it my all, prayed a lot, rehearsed and practiced a lot. Really enjoyed so many aspects of this film. Main Aisa Kyun Hu, the song, I think that song by itself is a journey and a story by itself. The way Farhan has conceptualized that song, the finesse of that song. Actually, the finesse is Farhan. Farhan is he's so precise, and he's so, I'm supposed to be a perfectionist, but when I see Farhan, by the way, I don't think being a perfectionist is a compliment as such. I just see it as something that someone aspires and sees, in his mind so clearly that he wants it exactly that way. But over the years, I've also learned that perfectionist does not mean that you need to get it right. Being a perfectionist is trying to create something on the outside that you're seeing very clearly on the inside, and I think that's what Farhan is. So his finesse on every single frame of that film was so satisfying to watch. When I used to see the frames of Lakshya, it used to be satisfying because the symmetry or the cleanliness of the lines and the tehrav of each frame was so soothing. Yeah, it was so soothing. and such a difficult film for Farhan to make. But I was talking about Main Aisa Kyun. Prabhu Deva came in and gave me steps that I thought were impossible to do. But he also gave me a tutor, a teacher, and time. He gave me 2 months. So Farhan, did a genius move. He choreographed that song much before we shot it, 2-3 months before. I could see what I had to do. The main steps were shown to me, and then Prabhudeva had sent me a teacher who then worked with me for 2 months while I was shooting for other scenes in Lakshya in Delhi. Every evening I used to come back and do a little bit of that dance, and that's how perfection was achieved. I guess I'm not saying it was perfect, but you know what I mean. Prabhudeva's vision, Farhan's vision, my effort and my practice, everything came together, and it became something of some value. Just such a joy and so full of gratitude that I got to work with people who knew what they were doing when I did not. I had no idea. I was just following instructions. And one of the main instructions, the most beautiful instruction that I got from Farhan. By the way, Lakshya has been a turning point in my film as well as an actor, because here I was working with a director for the first time in my life who told me to ignore the camera. I so clearly remember this one scene that I was doing where I was at the bar, and I was speaking to Preity on the phone, and the camera was placed at a particular point, and I asked Farhan, do you want me to face a little bit like this so that you can see my eyes, because the way I'm talking in your camera there, I don't think the camera is going to see my eyes. And he said, Hrithik, the camera is my job. You feel free. Just do what you need to do. He almost said it admonishingly a little bit, because I remember he was like, hey, why are you bothered about the camera? The camera is my job. You do your job. You do you. I will make sure the camera sees you in the best possible way. So it took me aback a little bit, but also it lit up something in my brain. I was like, whoa, that means what he's actually asking me to be is free. And that should be such a source of joy for an actor to just be free. Okay, I want to turn here and I want to say it here. I don't want to look there. I don't want to do this. I'm free. My free will as an actor. Amazing. I had never worked with someone who told me to be free. Before the scene was shot, actors came in. Now this is all normal now, but at that point of time, this was new. This was new. This was a new school of thought, a new school of directing actors. At least for me, I had not seen something like this play out. In my life up until then, actors were brought in and they were asked, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "What? You tell me what you want me to do. You're the director." I didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. I was like, "Okay, would you like to walk? Would you like to sit here? What do you want to do?" And I was like, "Whoa, wow." So that was so new. And I remember one more thing. I asked Farhan once, found a very, very I found a very silent moment between Farhan and I, and because I wanted my question to carry weight, and I asked him, Farhan, how do you want me to play this character? How do you see me? Do you have any references? Do you have any other actors in other films that I can watch? And he said, with equal amount of weight in his words, he said, I want you to just be you. You just be you. I had no idea what that meant because I didn't know how to be me. It threw me into chaos in my head. It's like, how do I find me? I don't even know me. Damn. What do I do? No references, because that would make my life so easy. I can just, I can embody that. I can embody that. Are you saying I have to embody me? I don't even know what me is. And that's when it struck me that that is what I need to play in this film. I need to play not knowing, because that is me. And I said, oh, that's going to be so hard, to not know and then use the not knowing and say my lines. Oh my God, my hair is standing on ends, because I remember that moment so clearly. It threw me into such deep fright and such deep excitement at the same time. I was like, I want to do this, but I don't know how. But it's going to be so exciting. Wow. So thank you, Farhan, for that, and thank you, Ritesh, for making this film. Such a difficult film to shoot. So many of us in Ladakh, minus 17, minus 15, sometimes minus 25. Shooting nights, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., packing up, and I could see Farhan going through, this catharsis of having to build this really tough exterior and having to be really hard on every single person, because he was being hard on himself as well, and he meted that out to everyone else. It was the only way. It was the only way. And he was a very, very hard taskmaster when he was on set. And of course, his usual, jovial, fun self when not on set. So it was like dealing with almost a split personality. But it made sense. It made sense. It taught me that, that's the uniform, the soldier's uniform that you have to wear if you're up against a challenge like this. And he did it incredibly well. And then I also saw him, break that through the film and get accustomed to the hardship. And I saw that growth in him, and it was very inspiring to see. It was very, very inspiring. I love the way that how Ritesh supported Farhan through the making of the film. It was truly an incredible journey for me. Incredible that 20 years, I think Lakshya and the glory of Lakshya, perhaps even the glory that it didn't see when it was actually released in 2004. Over 20 years, it has just, become this giant. It's become like such an identifiable, relatable, it's become everyone's film. I've heard so much chatter and discussions, and so many narratives have happened because of Lakshya, that I truly think that it's a film that was destined to be. It has gone a long way in changing people's lives and livelihoods as well. So I'm just full of gratitude that this film happened in my life, and that I got a chance to grow via this film and via these people that I worked with. So thankful. So thank you, and congratulations to the team of Lakshya on its re-release after 20 years. It's a memory that I hold very, very dear to my heart. And thank you to PVR Inox, where it's going to be seen again on the big screen. I can't wait to watch it with all of you. Congratulations to us again, and thank you.